This is your daily market recap for Wednesday, August 9th, 2023. Let's go. Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent, and this is your daily market review for Wednesday, August 9th, 2023. Choppy, sloppy day, up, down, whatever you want to call it. We expected this. I told you guys and gals. Don't expect a lot until the CPI data. Now, CPI tomorrow. What to expect, how to handle it, what should you be thinking? Well, the first 10 business days, or first 10 days of August are usually bearish. Then you get some choppiness. And then, because obviously you have, I think you have OPEX next week. So you have some bullishness middle of next week. And then it can get pretty ugly, choppy down. And then Labor Day usually up. Long story short, we expect to go down, just not in a straight line. So if you're shorting, take profits as needed. When you are going long as hedges or buying calls as hedges, just keep it short term. Be quick, be thoughtful, be nimble. If you have any questions, again, always reach out. Let's get into the evidence. I think a lot of people are just despondent and they can't fathom the market is actually rolling over. And it's like, yeah, don't be surprised. At the lows, when we tell you to start buying, you're going to be like, I can't fathom a reason to buy because this doesn't seem logical. And it's like, that's the market for you. That is the market. If you're new to the channel, check out, again, the Trading Agent on all social media platforms, especially Twitter. Look at this, especially today. Someone leaked CPI data. Someone leaked CPI data. Look, up, chop, chop. Again, trying to keep people informed. If you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Do live chats, do a lot, and you'll get notifications when the chat daily recaps come out every day in the afternoon. If you're not familiar with the website, thetradingagent.com, also Back to Basics series is on there from beginner to more advanced. Get that 5.3%. Telling you, it's well worth it. Use the referral code in the link in the description below. FedWatch tool, still on, anticipating pause next meeting. Bitcoin, chopping. Not much to say here. A lot of people have this grandiose idea that something big is about to happen in Bitcoin or gold. I personally think they're both going lower. Just going to be slow and steady. Oil. Choppy today, very choppy. Into our range. Again, if I was long oil, I'd be taking profits up into these zones. Doesn't necessarily mean it has to roll over, but again, the more you're up, the less you own. Remember, it goes from 66 to 86, 80, whatever, it's mid-80s. 10 Cuidado. Natural gas, finally waking up. People are like, oh, you're missing the natural gas bus. Okay. I mean, all right. Yeah, I mean, it's up nicely. No one's going to argue that. Again, no one said short it. Said manage that as you will. Again, the headlines are getting pretty aggressive about natural gas. I mean, we are going into the winter, some probably stocks piling, whatever you want to say. Just don't get too excited about it. I don't think so. Because again, demand destruction is real in a recession. Demand destruction is real. Dollar, high and tight. Again, volatility in the dollar is all I'm really watching for. Keep an eye on it. TLT. Now going into tomorrow. Again, big day, CPI. I mean, personally think the inflation is going to come out about what they're expecting. The reaction is going to be the tricky thing here. I could see the dollar going lower or higher, but the TLT at some point will make a higher or lower retest. I'd love to see it fill the gap right here at 95.61. Will we fill this gap here at 95? Always possible. And if it rips without us, great. We still have some. The VIX, biding its time, right? Is the CPI going to be it? I don't know. I really could care less if it plays a couple days of chop because certain stuff is just getting absolutely smashed, and that's what I want to see. That big tech that ran up huge, that made no sense, starting to melt like butter in microwave. Hot knife through butter, whatever you want to call it. VIX holding up pretty well, considering the VIX of the VIX. Give me that box. Give me that box. Yes, seems to be getting stuck. I mean. It looks like a big base. This is the start of the base. SPY. Are you surprised that we're chopping around here, holding support again? Could we fill? Now, this is the scenario, what I'm seeing tomorrow. Gap fills of the low end of range or pop and chop to the 20-day and fail coming. That's really all I see. I don't know if we'll break straight down. If we do, special bonus for bears. If you are a bear and you're like, all right, yeah, this is awesome. Cool, let it play, let it come in. All right, cool. What happens when we fill the gap? Maybe we get the 50-day. Expect a bounce. Maybe it's a day or two. I mean, watch previous trends. Like when you're in downtrends, this is what happens. Again, the more steep they are, the bigger the pop back. But I don't mind this kind of action, right? A little couple days up, a little choppy chop, choppy chop. I mean, that's part of the trend, especially in down stuff. You get this where you get a couple days, and then a couple days, and a couple days, and everything's great, and then game over. You see how this works? I mean, as much as we'd love to see the straight line moves, but just keep in mind, straight line moves, more velocity, typically at the end. And if they are straight line off of the highs, you will get stronger bounces. It's just the nature of the game. Velocity begets velocity. Good Zen hype, cat. QQQ hit our 50-day again. I still think we're going to get down to this 360 area. Personally think, I mean, I have people calling this a bull flag. Okay. I mean, I don't know. Flags are for waving. I don't know. I've always been one of those people where, I mean, you can make the case this is just rolling over. Double top, higher lows, lower highs, sorry. Flagging, I mean, I guess you could argue it, but then it did this and say, and here's the thing. You don't know. But I do see more distribution at the highs than on these pullbacks. This was a little confusing. Sorry, right here. I thought this was a blow off top, made a slightly higher high. But do the rubber band man theory. Getting a little more tired up here. That's all I'm going to say. Again, if you're bullish, good luck. Buena suerte. IWM, another leading index, been lagging as the Qs were like rising to basically 52-week highs. We're still way off of them. Getting caught in this range. Can't get over the 20-day. Seems to be holding 191, 190. Keep an eye on it. Dia might be up after hours. I don't know with the Disney. I mean, raising prices but losing subscribers. I mean, go woke, go broke. I'm gonna sing a song. Go woke, go broke. That's how you go when you go woke, go broke. 20-day. Keep an eye on it. Gold. Sometimes I get trolled so hard with people who are just irrational and just like promoting. Again, I don't mind genuine trolling of conversation relating to stocks. People are like, just buy gold every day, posting in my comment section on my videos. Buy gold. I'm like, get out of here. You don't know gold. Here you go. Coming down. Now, gold going to the CPI down. I mean, could it be due for a bounce? It's always possible. Silver's been slapped. Watch what happens down here in the mid-20s. Again, all these names could be due to bounce. GDX, back near range lows. Could these bounce? Could they play this big range? Always possible. GDXJ, same kind of thing. Playing the range, but breaking the trends. I mean, it's pretty binary in the sense of near term what it could do, but I'm telling you, long term, do not be sitting in these names thinking you're hiding in safety. I'm telling you, there's nothing safe. And if you don't believe me, study the past. I've shown this a million times in previous videos. I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to add another 5 minutes to the video. Do your own homework. Study the past. When the market gets murdered, miners aren't safe. AG hits our spots, fails, lagging. AEM broke trend, holding below it at, I mean, again, you can call this support, right? I mean, just because you broke a trend doesn't necessarily mean it has to, this could be a trap. I mean, I doubt it's a bear trap, but we'll see. I mean, I could see chop and then chop, pop, flop, chop, pop, flop. That's, snap, crackle, pop kind of thing. Newmont. Again, Newmont should be much higher. It's lagging. PAAS, another silver name. I mean, all the ugly. Taiwan Semi, we talked about. Peace. I mean, again, there's head and shoulders top, the Galaga top. Pew, 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 shooting out lasers. I mean, these names just a slow burn. Slow burn. Love it. Micron. And again, semiconductors led. Now they're lagging. Now they're fill the gap. Lower lows, lower highs. Ay caramba, be careful. AM Dizzle. I mean, if you shorted this in the 122, 123 range post earnings like we talked about, or on any significant pop, watch what happens here, because I think this thing is about to get cooked. About to get cooked. Let me redo some of these fibs while we're sitting here. My computer's... give it... There we go. Because I think this move is absolutely over. Yeah, absolutely over. 1,000%. In my mind, it's over. So let's draw the fibs. Where do they line up? 0.382. Okay, yeah, that seems about right to me. VAP. Yeah, okay. Keep an eye on it. Again, I mean, if you're a bear, I know it sucks to be caught in this, but if this breaks and you get below 106, I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't get down to the mid to low 80s rapido. NVIDIA would be a cause of this, right? We talked about this trading at an insane premium. Wait to break the 20-day and the channel low. Congratulations. Today was your day. to profit. If you took all your profits today, I don't know what to tell you. I wouldn't be doing that. I'd be letting this mother beep, 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 beep run. I mean, at some point, we are coming back to this area, in my opinion. Whether it's next week or tomorrow, I don't know. Probably not. Intel, again, semis are lagging, y'all. Here you go. Intel, double top, doji top, ugly. SMH, just in general, looks like shiznit. Breaks this 50-day, breaks support. Again, could it just all backtest? That is always possible. This is the thing about trading. If you were looking at the 10-minute, you would be expecting this stuff. It's crazy. People intraday trade and they go, I look for the backtest. I look for the retest. I look for some Fibonacci retracement. And then they look at the daily and they go, it can't do that? It's like, shut the fuck up. Get out of here. Adobe breaking the 20-day, looking good. Apple hitting the 100-day. Now, this is where it should, keyword should, chop and bounce. But if it doesn't, just shows you game over. I mean, again, think about it. Jesse Livermore would be so proud of this moment right here. Remember we talked about the door isn't wide enough when it's time to get out? Market makers have been distributing to retail. They let it gap down. They're not supporting this. They're not supporting this. Amazon, if you shorted in the 140s, you're loving it. Ba-da-da-ba-ba. Come on down. CRM, another one that just didn't make any sense. The CEO selling $100 million worth of shares, and look, here it is. Break the 100-day. Goodbye. Guggenheim shorted this one. It's just a matter of when, not if. I don't know how to explain this stuff. It's just like money will be rolling out of tech. 20-day on Meta. Congrats again. Leave a comment below. Hit a like. Congratulations. If you want to drop a donation, even if it's $5, buy me a beer. I don't care. Show a little love in the video. You can. Again, when students ready to teach your peers, other people will look at this and go, oh, okay. Meta, 20-day, once we said it goes, it's cooked. Microsoft, we said this one's been cooked. We said this is the blow off top, lower lows and lower highs. NDAQ, I don't know why it's up today, but I mean, you probably could short every single major pop on this. Let it pop. Again, NASDAQ is not where money's going to be flowing. This exchange is crap long term. MicroStrategy, talked about it, little bounce maybe at the 50-day. I mean, I'd be looking for shorts. Man, if you get somewhere above 400 plus, I think that makes sense. Netflix, really hoping we got to the 450 range. Not. Said watch the 50-day. I mean, after hours, it's at 431. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Roblox, come on down. Oh, man, their guidance, whatever. Come on down. I mean, someone's going to buy them. Just let it get down. Tesla, like I said, 20s, maybe in low 20s. This is broken again. Everyone's bullish. We break out. Remember we talk about breaking of trend lines. That's why trend lines, I'm telling people, got to be careful that you draw them and you live by them. Sometimes they're the best traps. You break out, then professional gap. Game over. What did we say? This candle was game over. Said this was game over without a doubt. And then look, it's been just bleeding out the butt constantly. Little poop colonoscopy. No, I guess not. X, again, materials. We like all these names, but let them pull back. I mean, if we want to short them, go right ahead. Shorting Caterpillar makes sense. Nucor, 20-day. Again, it's holding on for dear life. Caterpillar, we talked about, please don't short the lows. Wait for bounces. And here you go. Look at today's candle. And that ain't pretty. And we said, watch this area. Could it play 2-day range, multi-day range? Great. This candle is the top. This is the trap. This is the top. Here is the first bounce gets bought. Short the shit out of it. Tight stops, define your risk, be smart. Again, no guarantees, but that's what I'd be looking for. VALE, channel lows look like it's about to break. Arrow, copper, just, breaks out, flops. Holding the 50-day, inside day. CCJ holding up, got to give uranium credit. Again, watch what happens at the 34s, mid 34s. Doesn't seem to be getting over it. CF up today. I know some of the grain stuff. Again, we held the 20-day, first dip gets bought. I mean, I think this stuff is long-term strong, but I want to see it pull back. Here you go, Mosaic getting into our range. Could it get to the 200-day? I mean, maybe. If you're long it, I guess it's what I'd be looking for. But NTR, another one, kind of just chopping around. Aaron, as we've talked about, aluminum, global growth. Just financials, about time. We're starting to get sticky. 20-day, breaky. Check P-Morgan. Here you go. If you shorted up here, breaking the 20-day. Let's get it. Let's fucking go. Excuse my language. Morgan Stanley, this thing has been a piece of crap since 95. If you shorted it, love it. Now, again, could it chop a little bit? Fine. But at some point, it's coming back to the 81 level. You're welcome. Thank you. Have a nice day. Goodbye. Video over. Goldman Sachs, another one, hitting some resistance. Failure. KRE, what do we talk about? The 49s. Watch the 20-day. Watch this 47 level. Once it breaks, game over. XBI should be up. Should be leading. Tech is so strong. The markets are down near the lows. Solar got a little lift on the oil and gas today. Again, not surprised. Okay, we talked about if you come down from 74 down to 61, don't be surprised if you test range lows and get a little bounce. This is a nice little trap. Gets bulls excited. Let it play out. ENPH, all these names have gotten slaughtered. We've talked about taking profits. Watch the trend lines. Watch them levels. Don't be surprised if they don't just absolutely melt down. Until when? The market melts down. Cedriton, same kind of thing. A little oversold. I mean, it goes from 290 down to $176. There's some buyers down here. I mean, think about Livermore. What he'd say, like, dip buyers think prices are cheap when they sell off. First seller. Now, this is interesting today because it popped. It got, I don't know, pick your poison here. 207, but the wick on it, a little dirty. Again, I would be looking anything near 210. I think is a reshort, complete, like, big one. HYG, same thing. We've broken channel, chopped around. I mean, corporate debt just looks like a snoozer. USO, again, oil. I mean, I'm not telling you to go short it, but I'm saying watch it. I think this action is getting a little blow off topish. I mean, we've gone on a nice run. Natural gas, UNG. Again, if you bought this in the 5 and 6 level, okay, whatever. I mean, I guess it didn't really get to 5, but kind of. Be careful here. I don't trust this. XOP, we said 143 seemed very logical. But look at here. Now, this is a formation for a potential top, right? A novice gap and a doji. Let's just put a candle there. I wish it was bigger volume to really signify it could be like a violent top, but this is the thing. We said the more you're up, the less you own. I mean, congrats if you got into this stuff. When we talked about it, but look to the left. You got some resistance. We'll see what happens. ExxonMobil popping up to 110 again. Channel, range highs, getting over the 200-day. Is this a novice gap or professional gap? That's a good question. Be careful. Again, if you're long it, raise your stops, take profits the more you're up. Occidental, that's not what you want to see. Opens up, closes low at the low of the day. PX Dizzle, I mean, it's kind of chopping around. I mean, made a new high. Again, all these things, you can't fault it. EQT, now we're getting up into our ranges. And look, post div, now you're at the box, the next box. Maybe you can get into the 45 range. Keep an eye on it. Again, if you have profits, I'm telling you, don't trust this market. Flex LNG, love it, long term, holding up. All right, if you have any questions, please reach out. Always here to help. Again, do yourself a favor, study the past, hit me up if you have questions, do the right things when you can, define your risk. Don't chase, don't chase, don't chase, don't chase. Again, I appreciate all the love, support, the generous donations. The donations, again, if you donate to the channel, you become somebody that I pay attention to, will always help. And again, the student is ready, the teacher appears. You get all this information. I have $1 million worth of losses in education from the past. I tell people that. Like, that's how again, trading is an up and down game. If I had a cumulative, you will take big losses if you don't know how to trade. I've made my mistake. I've told people this. Cumulatively, up, and down. And so my tuition bill is not cheap. That's what most people aren't. And so if I'm helping you get that and you want to show appreciation, great. If you don't, I don't. It's not required. You give to get in this world, right? You give to get. All right. I'll talk to you guys and gals later. Have a good night. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.